Okay guys, behind me is my brand new desk setup for 2025, and in this video, let's just go over everything in this brand new desk setup. And if you want to check out my old desk setup for 2024, make sure to check out my last video on the channel, and let's just get right into it. So here is the brand new desk setup for 2025. I'm still rocking the same chair as the last desk setup. This is the Herman Miller Embody chair. However, the star of the show today on this desk setup is definitely the brand new desk from FlexiSpot. This is the FlexiSpot E6 standing desk. FlexiSpot was kind enough to send this out to me, and if you want to purchase one for yourself, I will leave a discounted links in the description for you to check out. This desk feels very premium, and I love the bamboo finish compared to my last desk, which was just all black matte finish, and it picked up a lot of fingerprints and grease. This one looks very clean, and it doesn't pick up any fingerprints or grease like my last desk, and it looks super clean on camera, as you can see. And it is a standing desk, and it also came with wheels, so I can move it around. And I'm currently rocking a one cable setup, so everything is cable managed to the max, and it's just routed via one cable for power and Ethernet. And let's talk about the assembling of this desk. Assembling of this desk took me around 3 hours. You can definitely do it by yourself, but it is helpful if you have someone there to help you. And with all the cable management and stuff, it took me around 3 hours. There is, however, a misstep in the user manual, so I can show you guys. Here is the user manual for the desk assembly. This is the step 5. It says to install the desktop, headset, controller box, and adapter onto the desk. So it's basically just telling you to install the legs and the frame onto the tabletop. And the next step is connecting all the cables. However, make sure you do this step first. Make sure you connect everything together first before you screw on the base and the legs to the tabletop. Because if you do this one first, and when you're connecting all the cables, the cable management will be a nightmare. So I followed the steps here in the manual, but I had to unscrew the entire leg and the bottom from the tabletop and do cable management, connect everything. And after connecting everything, I then screwed in the base to the tabletop. So if you do purchase this desk, make sure to don't make the mistake that I did. So make sure you connect everything together first and then screw in the tabletop. But besides that, the putting together was pretty intuitive. You do, however, need a drill. I will leave the Amazon link for the drill I used in the description down below. I tried just using a screwdriver to install the desk, but I had to sacrifice a couple fingers, and I just went to Amazon and bought a drill instead. And now let me show you guys the standing feature for the desk. So currently I have it on sitting mode. So here you can use the controller pad to adjust the height of the desk. So you can press the up arrow and it goes up, and you can press the down arrow and it goes down. It is actually not that loud either when you go up and down. And there is 4 memory modes. So here you can see a picture with a guy standing up, a picture with a guy sitting down, and then number 3 and number 4. So these are 3 memory modes. And you can press this M, which stands for memory, to set different memory modes. So I have set 4 actually to the lowest setting of the desk. So the lowest it goes is 24.4 inches. So this is the lowest it's gonna be. And then I have my preferred seating position set to this seating logo button. So I prefer to be on 26 inches for, this is my preferred seating height of the desk. And I can click to this standing button, which is my saved profile for my standing height. And it's just gonna go up automatically to that designated height, which I chose. I think it was around like 40 inches. So it's at 40.7 inches. This is my preferred standing height. And I saved it to that profile, and I also saved the tallest setting to number 3. So when I click number 3 there, it's gonna go to as high as possible. So I think it's around 48 inches if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so the tallest it goes is actually 50 inches, and this is super tall. So if you're like 7 foot, you know, you might need this height. But yeah, It is pretty well adjusted, and I like that it has 4 different kinds of memory modes, so you don't have to every time use the up and down arrows to select your height. You can just have 4 different profiles saved on board, and you have your seating, you have your standing, and you have 2 others if you have other family members or somebody else that uses the desk regularly. However, there is one feature I want to talk about, which is the collision feature. So on default, the collision feature is on to prevent collisions. So when you're moving the desk up, if it hits something, or if you're moving the desk down and it hits something underneath the desk, it will automatically rebound. I had to turn that collision mode off manually because even when it had nothing on top of it or below it, when I was moving the height, it will like start bouncing back. I can show you guys here. So when you press the up and down arrow together for 5 seconds, if you hold it for 5 seconds, it will adjust the collision mode. And I have collision off currently. So A3 is the most sensitive collision mode. Here, I can show you guys what will happen. Like I have nothing underneath the desk, but I'm gonna try to go to the seating height. And if I click this, you see it will bounce itself back because they have detected a collision, but there is nothing underneath the desk to collide with. It is just extra sensitive. So I can show you guys again. Let's click seating. Okay, it looks like the collision didn't want to trigger this time since I'm filming, but when I was messing with it, when I wasn't filming, it literally triggered every time, so I had to turn it off. But let's do it again. Let's go back to standing, see if it, okay, there you see. So it couldn't stand up. It detected a collision above the desk, which there was no collision. So it kind of like bounced back. Let's try it again. You see, now it just wouldn't stand up. So I had to manually turn this feature off, but you can also just mess around with the sensitivity. If you hold it for 5 seconds, it will adjust the sensitivity. A3 is the most sensitive, A2 is medium sensitive, A1 is low sensitive, and A0 is just, it completely shuts it off, the collision mode. I prefer to have collision mode off because even when I was on A1, it always happened. Let's see if it will do it again. There you go. See, it was going up and then it detected a collision and it just went back down. I think it's also a mechanism to prevent cable pulling, but I have my cable management literally perfect. So that's not an issue for me, and I don't have anything above the desk to collide with, nor do I have something underneath the desk. So even at A1, it was pretty annoying, so I had to literally turn it off. So if you hold it for 5 seconds and it will go to A0. So once you have A0, that means the collision mode is completely off. Now I don't have to worry about it not going to the height that I want. It will always just move without worrying about collisions. So you can mess around with the collision mode if you want, but I just prefer it off. I think it's much smoother, and even on the low sensitivity, it kept going up and down, which was kind of annoying. So that would be the only downside for this desk. Everything else has been working wonderfully, and I love how it looks. And now I want to quickly cover the cable management of this desk. So that's definitely what I spent most of my time on. I spent probably like 2 hours just on cable management to ensure everything is clean and there's no cable pulls ever happening. So I have the only thing coming out of the desk is this one sleek black cable sleeve. So in it, I have 2 cables, the Ethernet and the power cable, which is connected to the router and the wall that powers everything on this desk, including the charger, PC, monitors, and the desk itself. So I spent hours on cable management to make sure everything is perfect. And here is how everything looks from the back. As you can see, everything is very tightly cable managed using black cable sleeves. And everything is routed through cable ties to make sure there's nothing moving and nothing pulling on each other. Like here, I have cable sleeves for all the PC cables and the GPU cables. And the only thing that's coming out of the desk is this one cable with the Ethernet and the power brick. So everything is very cleanly organized. I spent like around 2 hours on the cable management, but I'm very, very happy with the result. You can't really see any cables from the front, and even from the back, it looks very, very clean. And I did this by mounting the power strip and all the cables directly underneath the desk, so I didn't have to have a cable tray to organize everything like my last desk setup. Let's cover everything on the desk. So as the same as the last desk setup, I'm dailying the Halo 65HE from Newfie. If you want to check it out for yourself, make sure to use the link in the description, and you can save 10% by using code USERFLynn. And I'm using my trusty Logitech G333 earbuds, best gaming earbuds in the game. And here we have a new mouse pad for this desk setup. I just unboxed it. It is the Artisan Type 99 Matcha in the XXL square variant. So this is the square size, and it's in a soft. So I just literally unboxed it a couple hours ago. If you guys want a full review, make sure to leave a like on this video and leave a comment saying you guys want the full review of this mouse pad, and I will post that video for you guys. And I'm going back to the Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2, my favorite mouse of all time. And there I have the Elgato Wave XLR connected to the Logitech Blue Sona. There's my PC with the Tron Light Cycle. It's rocking a 5800X3D and a 3080. I have some Batman magnets attached to the PC and my Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2 bottom puck. Also on the PC itself, here's my Belkin 2-in-1 charger, MagSafe charger, and my AirPods Pro 2s. Here is the remote for the key light. I just hit it right underneath the PC, but this basically turns on and off the key light. And you can adjust the color temperature and the brightness of this key light. It comes very handy, especially at night when I'm filming any review unboxing video. It comes in very handy. And I think in the future, the videos are gonna have a huge upgrade because of this clean looking background. It's much better than my old desk, which was just plain and black. I do still have a lot of space here on the left side for anything, so I think I'm gonna just kind of build like another setup here, like a work setup. I'm gonna put my laptop here and maybe get another HDMI cable so I can just plug it into this monitor. So the second monitor can be either a work monitor or a streaming monitor. So when I'm streaming, it's gonna be connected to the PC, and when I'm working, it's gonna be connected to the laptop. That's what I'm thinking. So if you guys want that video, I will maybe post an updated setup video when I do make that happen. But so far, this is gonna be the setup for 2025. It's super clean, super inspiring. Like, who doesn't wanna just sit here and game and stream and, content create as per se. But yeah, it's a super clean setup for 2025. I'll leave all the links in the description for you guys to check out. But if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment, and leave a comment on what kind of videos do you guys want to see on the channel. And see you guys next time. Peace.
Do 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 do. This is the setup montage. Do 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 do. Copyright free. Do 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 do. Setup clean as hell. Do 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 do. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do 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 do. Ooh, ooh. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year.